boom, 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 doom, 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 hey, boom, 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 boom. Welcome to the show. Boom, boom, boom. Confessions of a former fuckboy. Boom, boom, boom. From Minister Bink, Bink, Bink.
Hello. Okay. All right. We're good.
Here we are. We're always good.
Long time, bro.
Good boy. Fucking, yeah. It's been a while. It's been a hot minute, as you would say.
The hottest of minutes. It's true. I went to Mexico, caught COVID. You know what I'm saying? Things have been cool.
Just fucking rocking and rolling, mate. Happy little camper.
Lovely. Quite lovely. Have you missed that? Have you missed somebody making fun of you?
I mean, I was going to come up with some kind of witty retort, but I'll save them for later. So yeah, don't worry about it. Should we have a check-in? Should we do a little check-in? See where we are?
Absolutely.
Would you care to go first? Would you care to expand on your Tulum adventure?
Sure. Okay, so I went to Mexico on the spur of the moment type situation. I went on the 31st. I went on New Year's Eve, and I planned on staying for like a week, and ended up staying for a month. You know the story. And,
go on.
And I had a really great time out there. I'll say that the feminine energy that was around me was really pleasant. You know what I'm saying? Like really trusting and warm and cool and like easygoing. Communication was really dope and clear. You know what I'm saying? Like it was just like, if I had to, put anything on it, I would say like all the female energy that I encountered out there was just, it was amazing, bro. It was amazing. I had a 3-day love affair. That was fun. So good. I know, right? I know. It was amazing. It was the energy. The energy was amazing. It was something that I really needed. But yeah, I got sick on the way back. Like on the way back, I got sick and then just held up in my crib for a little while. Don't laugh. Don't laugh that last. Don't laugh that. Okay, don't.
That is not the laugh of judgment. That's the laugh of I love you, but I'm utterly unsurprised.
All right, that's fair. But yeah, man, I got sick on the way back and had a week that was had like 3 days that was actually kind of relatively tough. But like other than that, man, I've been Gucci. I've been loved. I don't mind sitting in the house. I'm not crazy. Like I'm not going crazy. Outside is white ass supremacy. You know what I'm saying? Like it is snowy outside.
Yeah, it's pretty fucking over here as well.
And where are you at?
Berlin.
You're still in Berlin? Okay. All right, man. That's my check-in. I feel good though, man. I feel healthy. I feel great. I feel replenished. I feel like it was something that I had to go through. I'm reminded daily about the blessings that I have in my life and the very blessed people that I have in my life. Yeah. And yeah, man, I got gratitude, even though it's a very, tumultuous, sad ass time for a lot of people. I think gratitude will help people see some of the light. So that's why I'm
man. Gratitude's a fucking powerful tool.
100%.
Okay, where am I? Logistically, I'm in Berlin, as we established. I'm in my apartment with my housemate, and it's going really fucking well, dude. I got an apartment. I got a fucking good old hardwood floors. I got plenty of space. I got a sofa that looks like it should be in a porno film in like the 1950s. I've got a balcony. I've got a dang sexy coffee table. I found a picture of a dog in a frame on the street today. And
again,
I picked it up and I was just like, Berlin put this right here, right for me.
Of course.
Yeah, emotionally, I'm doing pretty good. I helped my friend move house today, and then there ended up being like a few more people than I anticipated, but they're all people who I love deeply. And there was just a moment of being like, oh my God, like my cup is so full. And then I got really uncomfortable because like there were so many people there and I was like, oh, fuck. And then I left and I was like, fuck, but that was so good. I love all of those people and I've missed more than one human at a fucking time. Like,
anxiety is weird to me, dog. I be hearing y'all talk about that shit, but I just don't get it. Like, I can empathize. I just don't get it.
Lucky you, man. Lucky you.
All right, I'm sorry, man.
No, it's all right. I don't give a fuck.
Okay.
Yeah, so that was really nice. I've fallen into a pretty good rhythm. I'm being really creative right now, as always. Like I was saying, I'm being really prolific right now, which means I'm creating a lot of art. I've got a few things coming up. I'm going to be going to Vienna at the start of next month because I need to do some fucking work. So I'm going to swing on over there, do some tattooing, see my partner Valeria, which is going to be absolutely fantastic. Yeah, so I'm working on allowing all the love in right now. That's where I am, but I'm doing pretty fucking good.
Glad to hear it, bro. Glad to hear it.
Yeah, me too. Good to be aware of these things.
Yeah, sincere, dog. Like sometimes when we talk, like we'll be joking, and you're like, "Oh man, I'm just not doing well. I'm not doing well at all," and I'm like, "Oh shit."
Yeah, you know when I break out into fucking Cockney, I'm really doing bad. That's
sincere. Yeah, you usually don't go Cockney.
Yeah, my depression is from London. That's the thing. Nah, I'm good, and I've got a lot of perspective on myself at the moment, which is really, really useful.
Awesome, bro. All right, man. So this is Chronicles of a Reformed Fukboi. And Chris and I haven't talked in a long time because I was working on another type of show with Tierra, and she came up with 10 different types of fuckboys. And I was just enthralled by all of that shit. And we were trying to find a way where all of us can get on at the same time, but we failed last minute. So me and Tierra had to do it by ourselves, and then me and Chris haven't talked. So man, I'm glad you're back, my bro. You know what I'm saying? I miss you. Please don't feel disregarded. You know what I'm saying? But
I never feel disregarded, mate. I can see you from afar doing the good shit, and I'm like, yeah, all right. Someone needs to bring him into line, and then here you are. And you come crawling back, and you're just like, tell me what the fuck is going on, mate. And I'm like, don't worry, I got this. Think
you're my Thanos, dog. You're my Thanos. You're like, it brought you right back to me. Where'd you end up? Right back in front of me.
And here you are.
Exactly.
So, fucking subject matter today: relationships contextualized by the film Malcolm and Marie.
Yes.
Malcolm and Marie. Cool.
Yes, man. Malcolm and Marie. Bro, I watched it day before yesterday. Mm-hmm. I enjoyed it a lot. More so than a lot of my female friends. You know what I'm saying? But also, I have a whole lot of female friends who also loved it as well. I don't know if you know this, because I just made you watch it. The general consensus is a lot of people are triggered by it. You know what I'm saying?
I can see
why. Yeah. Right. But to me, on the artist side, that's fucking good acting. That's good writing. If something triggers you, you know what I'm saying? Something triggers you artistically. From the artist's perspective, I'm like, oh, if it triggers you, then it seems real to you. You know what I'm saying? Even though you went through it yourself, even though there's aspects of it that you've gone through yourself, and that's why it's triggering. But someone is believable in front of you. Their art is fucking believable. You know what I'm saying? So I came from it from an artistic standpoint first. But then, like, obviously, you know, seeing pieces of myself within both characters. But and that's, you know, triggering. You know, also that's triggering also. But man, it excited me. It excited me that somebody could capture a piece of me in a film that I can relate to, because I think that's good art. Relatability, you know what I'm saying? Good art is relatability to me sometimes.
Yeah, man. Fucking art imitates life. Life imitates art.
That's what I'm saying.
I would agree. I thought it was a fucking stunning, literally stunning piece of fucking filmmaking. The writing was fucking fantastic. It was solid, believable. The acting was fucking really, really fucking good. I thought that it was in black and white was fucking fantastic, although I'm not entirely sure if that was just like a cost-cutting effect. Yeah, no, it was fucking awesome. And there were so many times in it where I was just like, I was there and I was just like, oh, that bit of the argument. Oh, that bit of a night of arguing. Oh, that bit of a night of arguing. I was just like, like I was watching it and I was like thinking back to like drunken ass nights out when you come home and you're just like, okay, so here's the thing. And it echoed so many of those nights. It echoed so many of those fucking like awful times.
Man.
I saw myself in him. I saw myself in her. I saw like so many of the I didn't realize that there was like a canon of those arguments that can be so represented and like was so representable in such a clear and crystalline way. Like it was just like, oh yeah, we recorded all those times and now here is them all replayed back to you.
Right.
Hello, you're a piece of shit.
Give me an example. Give me an example of one of the parts that you relate to.
Okay. So there was one bit, you know, the speech, her monologue at the end, Marie's monologue, the didn't thank me, and then she gave his speech of like, oh, thank you, Marie, for this, thank you, Marie, for that, thank you, Marie, for knowing that I'm emotionally obtuse and for not like holding it against me, and thank you for seeing all this, and like that monologue of your partner saying, I see you better than you see yourself. And I understand you in such a ways, and I appreciate you in ways that you don't even fucking realize. And here is the way that I have to tell you how much I care about you because you do not see yourself. I was just like,
man, oh man. And then what did he do? Because I was going to bring up two very special parts for me, and I was going to bring up to you, but that was one of the parts, but for also different reason. But I would like to comment if that's okay. Are you?
Yeah.
Because I don't want to cut off a thought. You know what I mean?
Go.
But that part in particular, he said what he did when she did that was big for me because he sat there and he took it the whole time. A whole other time they were fighting back at each other, trying to hurting people to try who could hurt each other the most. They know each other so well. They know it can get under their skin. And they were going back and forth like that. But the last part where he just took it, and he cried a little bit because it was, you know why? Because it was absolute the fuck truth. It was truth. It wasn't even feeling. It was feeling, of course, but it was more absolute truth than anything. And I used to be terrible in this way. I used to be like, yo, your feelings aren't facts. We've talked about this before. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, and I would say something that, you know, ill-informed, and where I realized just growing up emotionally that, you know, feelings are facts. Because when I have some feelings and I want to be heard, I definitely want to be taken seriously or heard. You know what I'm saying? Or listened to. So, you know, to not give something validity because it's not like factual to you is trash. So,
yeah.
So him taking it and shutting the fuck up and just listening to what is real, I really fuck with, because like I've seen even when I was emotionally unintelligent, I would still, if someone gives me facts, there's no more arguing for me. My ego is tamed. I'm like, whoa, okay. Here, Binkey, here's what you did. Here's how I was triggered by it, how it made me feel. That's what happened. I'm like, yo, apology and atonement. Like I have nothing else. You know what I mean? So that part and one more other part. The part where she's in the bathtub.
Oh, and he's just like stringing off like women he's fucked. There was a line in that was like, "You're a fucking level 1 boss." I was like,
"Yo," I was like,
here's another fucking point of that, like the speech, the speech in it was so fucking modern. I'm not sure that's like the correct word, but it's so real. It's so how people actually fucking talk. Like it is. Yeah, I found that spectacular. I thought that was really fucking good. That's something I noticed in more and more, and I think they call it like post hop now. I listed this fucking song today. It was like kind of like had like hip hop kind of vibes. It was talking about like, just like pop culture references from like our time, and I was like, oh shit, like the whole like medium is moving forward in such a way that like the stuff that was around when we were kids is now referenceable. Anyway, that's an aside.
No. That has to do exactly with the writing, and that's just really fucking good writing. You were able to follow along with it because it's something that you today might say. You know what I'm saying? Like even you a level 1 boss, bitch. What are you talking about? Like it's a shit talking moment where you're trying to put somebody in their place, and especially them being black. For me, like the slang in which they used was delicious. Was delicious, man. Intellectual black ass slang. Like everybody has a slang according to their, their geography, you know what I'm saying, where they're at. Yeah. You know what I mean? But, when it comes to like specifically like black people, black American slang, like intellectually, you know what I'm saying, articulated is my bread and butter. You know what I'm saying? That's my shit.
I was going to say, is it something you can relate to, but I know it's not, so.
Far from it, dog. Far from it. But I'll say this about that speech that he gave to her in the bathtub, man. I'm gonna be, this is a show about us, trying to reform ourselves, trying to be better than what we were, and this is just like me being honest, man. I have 1,000% felt the want to say the words that he's.
Oh yeah.
Oh, hello.
Hi, hey, how's it going?
Got it. Yeah, we're good. We're good. Okay. 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 So, where I was at, are we ready to pick back up? We cool?
I mean,
when he gave her the speech in the bathtub, I have 1,000% felt like saying those words, like. And it's fucked up. Like, it's fucked up. You know what I'm saying? But, I understand the want to say it. I wouldn't do it because I've never tried to like hurt somebody in that way. I probably have said things in retaliation, but I never I never
wanted to absolutely destroy somebody.
Yeah, G. And to be honest, I'm gonna be honest with you. Like, to have that kind of power, like I have the power to articulate, like I have the knowledge, I grew up with a whole bunch of women in my house, and I don't know if you know this, I don't want to generalize, but man, some women are really good at it. They're really good. Like, being able to like destroy you with words. Destroy. Like a punch could, like, you can heal from a punch, man. There's things that can be said to you that will destroy your soul forever. Forever.
Once it's in there, it won't leave.
It won't leave. Dude. Somebody could hurt your soul, fam. You feel me?
Yeah. Find yourself 10 years later, like, wait, why is nothing ever good enough for me?
Exactly. But all right, so him saying those like fucked up words of, yes, I can snap you like a twig. You a level 1 boss. I swear to God, I felt that way before, yo. Like I felt, I've wanted to say it before too, and it's fucked up. I've never done it, but I've been pushed. I've been pushed to the point in a relationship to want to say something that whack. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. I think everyone has.
Yeah, bro. So, and then this spiel that he gave her when he was like, "Yo, it's not about you." Like, to say that it's not about you, to correct somebody who man, just the want to do it. I understand the wanting to do it, to correct somebody on that level. Now, where it's some fuck ass behavior is he was trying to hurt her. You know what I'm saying? Like, in my opinion, in that moment, he was trying to hurt her. And so I can't do that shit that I can't fuck with. Like, I can't.
You can't intentionally hurt someone.
Nah. I know wanting to.
That.
I feel like wanting to. I get it. I get wanting to. But I definitely have hurt people with like some retaliation shit too. Like, but I can't like just sit down and be like, "Yo, check this out." It's not get the fuck out my face. Now, I have given a speech, Chris. I have given a speech that was like, hey, let me set you straight. But it wasn't to be mean. You know what I'm saying? I think like some of that shit that he told her was to be mean.
Okay, I mean, I think this very much is a biopsy of a deeply unhealthy relationship. Mm-hmm. So yeah, I would agree with that.
But oh man, but you know, they also said in the movie that it was one of them said that this is our biggest fight ever. Like it was their biggest fight ever. You know what I'm saying? So maybe that's not their every day. You know what I mean? Like, because I think it might be.
I agree. It's probably not there every day, but the mechanics of that fight were very well established. The tools at their disposal, one's worn shiny from long use. They are both adept at the way they fight, and there are a lot of ways. Like, oh man, when she's making him mac and cheese at the fucking start, and he is just relentless. He is absolutely relentless in his pursuit of that fight. Like that one got me because
he can't even eat. He's like, hey, another thing, bitch.
It's
even eat.
Yeah, it's a thing. It really shows the dynamic of the relationship. It really exposes what she will go to try and avoid, like those fights, but knowing that they are there, and the amount he pushes, like, really shows so much. And you know, they talk about his neediness in there. Like the first thing when he wakes up, he's like, Marie, and he's fucking like going around because he needs that conflict. He needs that. Yeah, he just needs it. It's right there. There's just the fire in the air that needs to fucking get moved. And I found that really, really terrifying because I've been that person when I've been fucking drunk on a night out. Like my mum was like, that's how she was when she was like chasing an argument. Like there was nothing to get out of it, and you can see like it's very real and very tangible. So that hit really hard with me. And then, fuck, where was I going to go after that?
Oh, I have a question then. If you got lost,
hit me.
Okay, remember the part where she was like, I'm inspiration. Like your mom's a fucking doctor, dad's a teacher, like or whatever, and you actually lived a pretty decent life. I am your muse. You know what I'm saying? Like, do you think he chased some of that drama as an artist also to always feel like there's conflict to write about, to draw about, to tattoo about? You know what I mean? Like, is it chasing inspiration?
I had a very kind of interesting and illuminating thought today. So, man, it's always so hard to crack open the real vulnerable shit. So me and two of my friends have this saying, which is like, you know, like fill their cup, which means like just kind of like fill in the amount of like the container which they like can put love in. You know, some people have a cup, some bucket, some people have a fucking like a swimming pool, whatever, but you can only take up the amount of love that is in that cup. And so today, like being surrounded by all those people I love, I was like, oh fuck man, like my cup is so fucking full right now. And I could see all those people like wanting to love me and like really like kind of like showing me they love me and stuff like that. And I was just like, oh man, like, oh, it's all too much. I gotta get out of here. And I think that manifests in so many ways. It manifests in the people you spend your time with. It manifests in the relationships you get into. It manifests in everything. Like self-love is a massive indicator of essentially your life, I think. God, that sounds so fucking hippie. I fucking hate it. But I feel like the more you can allow, the more comfortable you can allow yourself to feel, the more money you can allow yourself to have because you feel like you deserve that money, you feel like you deserve that love, you feel like you deserve that fucking comfortability. The more of it you allow yourself. However, what I think is being shown in his relationship choices and not that, you know, he loves and all these people. Like he probably thinks he does. He probably does love and all these people, but you know, he's choosing those people because there is something in him. There is some like deep dark part of him that doesn't believe that he should have like a best and happy life. He may have like, this amazing film that just came out for him, but he knows that he needs that like deep-seated painful conflict in his everyday life just to like keep him at a level of not allowing everything to be great. I mean, maybe I'm projecting huge amounts onto that, but
no, I fuck with it. It's a perspective, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, trying to fill that cup up, man. You know what I'm saying? It's just trying to keep that other cup full. Okay. I would like to actually hit on another aspect of the film, and that is its use of music. Oh, man.
Ooh, gorgeous, stunning, delicious.
Man, oh, man. What a beautiful, and I like the blatancy of it. You know what I'm saying? I like the actual, I'm going to play this song on my motherfucking phone in front of you and just sit here and let the song say what I want to say. Sometimes word for word. You know what I mean? Like, bro, I say there's a song that friends of mine, Yao and Kahar Lemuel, these are for me Chicago legends and some of my great friends. And they came up with a song a while ago called Where Will You Be? And I sang that song for about a year and a half in Thailand because it was word for word exactly what I was going through. But I knew the song 5, 6, 7, 8 years beforehand. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But word for word, that song, you know what I'm saying, filled like my soul with everything that was going on. So their use of music in the movie from beginning, he started with the records. You know what I'm saying? Like, and it gave you and it modernized it for you. You know what I'm saying? Like, it gave you records because it wasn't just background. It wasn't just like the soundtrack. It wasn't just, you know what I'm saying? Like transitional music. It was
constantly applied. Like, you saw his phone in his hand. You saw everything. Yeah, no, I thought that was absolutely fantastic. And I think that again is another aspect of them knowing how to argue. Like, them having done this before. Like, once they've stopped arguing vocally, they're like, oh, okay, here's this fucking song. Fuck you. Because it's so much of it is about escalation, so much of it is about tension, so much of it is about like something I really enjoyed is it was a series of monologues more than anything else, of course. And so one of them would like give their whole monologue about how it was all about them and like the bit where where they don't have sex, where he goes for a piss and you just see the emotions going across her face, and then they get back and it's like, all right, you need to tell me about this. About like, I'm going to ask you a question and you need to not make me feel shit about it. And she goes on about how she would have been fantastic and would have been like brilliant and like it was all about me and you. And then he just goes, oh, so you're jealous? That like, it was that like mistouching fencing. Like when I have a friend called Ray, you know Ray?
Yeah.
Yeah. And me and him like argue and debate in like the most fantastic fashion. I feel like we're like super high level fucking like boxers or fencers or sword fighters, and we're just like just like absolutely like dead on for each other. And
how do y'all wait a minute, how do you and Ray out emotional British each other? How the fuck do y'all do that?
Oh no. Like me and Ray just love debating and love like going at it for stuff. And like we just both love a good, intelligent fucking debate. And there was one time at Shambhala where we had an argument and I felt like he was arguing with someone else. And it broke my heart. It really fucked me up. But that's what I saw in this film, that it wasn't at that point, it wasn't back and forth. It wasn't like you hitting me, me hitting you, like them both having the thing. It was like, oh, she thinks it's all this. And then he's like, oh, you're jealous, which is like a sidestep almost. It's a sidestep around something else.
Deflection like a motherfucker sometimes.
Say again?
Deflection. Just like not owning what he's not, you're not listening to her. You're not listening.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like even if she was jealous, that was not the point. That was not the point of what she just said.
Exactly. And it's the constant judo flipping of like, oh, and now I'm going to turn this to my advantage. And I think, so you have these moments of high level interaction, these like really intense fucking like tirades of emotion, which are so visceral. And then like, you can't do that constantly. And then like the having a breath, having a cigarette. And then it's just like, and here's a song that's just like not high key enough for you to start shouting at me about. But it's still just pissing in your drink a little bit.
Still pissing in your drink? You can't piss in somebody's drink a little bit. That's once a drop goes in, it's kind of that's you fucked up. That's not cool.
The drink has done the movement.
The drink is over.
Yeah,
but dude, yeah, man. I like. You know what else I like about the movie? Her age fades. I was worried about her age and her look as far as me taking her as the character serious. That faded quicker than I thought it would, and kudos to her motherfucking acting, bro. Because like just man, they hit on they were so honest in the writing. They were so honest in the writing. You know what I'm saying? You got to see how old she was. You got to
authentic, you could say.
Yes, 100%. 100%. And when I say they hit on her age, though, like they hit on her age in a way that wasn't too much. You know what I'm saying? Like it wasn't too much. Like they acknowledge her body type and they acknowledge her age. And on top of that, on top of all of those things, that he's college educated, but she was smarter than him. You know what I'm saying? Like I fucking love that. I love that. She was such a grounding individual for him. You know what I'm saying? Like he does kind of need her, but he can't be needy. But anyways, the fact that they made her age disappear for me was fucking incredible. The way the writing did, and the way that her acting pulled off the writing. You know what I'm saying? Kudos.
Yeah, fair man. I'll be honest, it's not something that I clocked. The age thing just totally passed me by. Like I saw a lot of the kind of female actor, like kind of like skinny muse kind of vibes, like fucking, you know, being someone's muse is I hate the term muse.
Why?
It comes with so much like attached to it, like, you know, just like it defines exactly this kind of relationship. The hugely egotistical artist who, like, you know, is rendering reality in completely different ways through the oracle of his vision, and then his muse, his flame, his darling wife who is long suffering, and oh, how she's suffered under the hands of this artist, but isn't he a genius? Like, it's such a fucking trope. It's such a fucking trope. But it's, you know, it's a trope for a fucking reason. And I think there is so much of that which is just covered over by like, oh yeah, no, they're just an abusive piece of shit. But the fact that like he's an abusive piece of shit. There is also the whole like it takes two to tango kind of dealio, which I don't think. I'm not fucking victim blaming here, but people get into these things and they stay into these things like for so many different reasons. And there is so much to be explored in, you know, those relationships. There's so many things that play out in an abusive relationship or in a toxic relationship. Yeah, it's fucked. I forget what I with that. I was just like, yeah, that sucks. And I realized I probably don't for that something to talk on in any great
How about this? How about we also talk about what the film was really about? Because and just real quick, just to hit on the age thing.
Is this a test?
Maybe. Virgos always put motherfuckers to test. We're ridiculous at it. It's like we do it unconsciously. I promise you. I put people to the test all I gotta stop this. Stupid. But the age thing only came up for me because it was a preemptive problem that people were talking about before the movie came out. You know what I'm saying? Like people talked about it. So because I just put the movie on your radar, you're like, what is this? What the fuck is it about?
I had no context for it.
None. So the context I had before was her age wasn't being believable because she's 12 years younger than the actor himself, John David. Is it John David Washington? Denzel Washington's son? Oh, he killed it. So many aspects of his father that I saw him, especially at the end when he was walking towards her when she was outside. He walked just like his pops, and it was really cool to see. It's fucking cool to see. But I've been talking to people about this movie before I talked to you. Now, this is our first time talking, so I think this is great that we're even having this conversation, and it's fresh. I don't know how you feel about things, so it's great that we're having a conversation now. But
get to the point. What the fuck is that age?
Oh, yeah. The age thing is over. I'm talking about the real reason for the film And the real reason for the film is believed that since the director and the writer was a white dude, he was using black actors to convey his disgust for how art is critiqued in Hollywood.
Oh, wow.
Remember?
Yeah, man. His tirade, his fucking whole thing about like identity and stuff like that. Yeah, no. So there were so many parts of this film that made me just feel like I was being like thrown in one direction, then thrown in another, then thrown in another. And I was just like, whoa, like, what do I think about this film? Who the fuck am I?
Which part do I think about it?
Yeah. Is he a dick? Is she a dick? Am I a dick?
Is Hollywood a dick?
Yeah, no, that was really interesting. It was very, very, oh, fuck. Yeah.
Can I read to you a really, really dope, comment that a friend of mine wrote about it today on my Facebook. She wrote, it's so eloquent. I'm going to try to pull it off, but I'm going to read this to you about how she felt about it, okay? This movie is definitely not a movie about black love or romance. But if you take out the vehicle by which the writer of this film decided to deliver his words, the characters Malcolm and Marie, the writer is actually just having a discourse between himself and his ego. This is not a love story. It's the story of a torrid affair with Hollywood and the ideal success. It's the reason he focuses so much on the propaganda of Hollywood and the opinions of critics. There was some personal commentary that he wanted to make about the acceptance of art and who gets to say what and how it will be received. He used these two actors because it would be less than PC to do a straight rant for himself, considering he's a white man. The writer used the cloak of this relationship, his relationship to his craft and the industry in which it exists, in parentheses, to express his place, experiences, successes, and discontent with the tumultuous nature of the Hollywood machine.
Well, fuck.
Right?
Yeah, Jesus fucking Christ. Like, that's fucking...
So
you need to find smart co-hosts, man, because I do not have the fucking IQ for this shit. Like, you want me to talk about fucking all day? I'm here. I'm here. You want me to fucking critically analyze a film and its context to Hollywood blackness, like the critique of itself, like fourth wall breaking meta shit? Like, yeah, no, I'm here. I understand about 20% of it, but I really appreciate the way they see so much of the picture to be able to like fully elucidate all of that in such a short amount of time. That's fucking fantastic. That's phenomenal. I'm blown away. That person deserves an Oscar just for that comment. The film in itself is doing that is fantastic. Like, I really see that if that was two white actors and a white dude right now just being like, oh, here's how I feel about everything, everyone would just be like, oh, another fucking white dude just like wanking himself off. Like, it's another standard fucking film, like when Harry Met Sally and da-da-da-da-da. And it's almost using, I mean, it's using the clout right now of black actors, of like this kind of like
Denzel Washington's son.
Yeah, this renaissance of people giving a shit about black people, or it's not even a renaissance; it's more of a start. And it's using that to then bring that forward as like, oh, everyone's going to watch this because it's a black film. It's a black film with black people in it about black stuff.
And he was complaining about that in itself while just breaking the fourth wall. You know what I'm saying? Like, that shit was genius, actually. It's some good fucking writing, bro. At the end of the day, that was some good writing. Because if that's the case, and he gets to say the things through a black actor that he wants to say, then, man, but by using the cloak of a toxic relationship and using it as a metaphor between that and Hollywood, then fucking good writing, my guy. It's just even better. I will say this, though. As far as the relationship is concerned,
yeah. I'm just here like, I feel so underqualified for this right now.
It's okay, man. You are. So, no, for real. Like, but here's the thing, though. As far as like the relationship itself, the relationship, you could have replaced those people, aside from the rant. If you had replaced those people with any other race, it still would have worked. That's the beauty.
Yeah.
That's the beauty of it. You know what I'm saying? Because it wasn't, he got to complain about just because there's 2 black people in the movie or a black lead, it doesn't necessarily have to be a black movie. And then he put 2 black actors in there. And then also, like I said, the relationship part itself stood alone. So even though I talked to her, the woman who left that comment on my Facebook, we had a good conversation about it. And I was like, well, don't you think that the actual relationship itself still was good enough or well enough written where it could have just stood alone by itself? And she was like, yeah. I was like, yes. Yes. I'm like, a smart person said I was right. Ooh.
Yeah, definitely. There were parts of that when the whole film, when they were talking about the film within the film, that, you know, they were using that as a tool to discuss the film itself. So yeah, and I thought that was very clever and very interesting and very much just like, yeah, it really did portray exactly what what your friend said. Like, they were like, here, watch us dissect ourselves in front of you in this uncomfortable way, which should make you look at your fucking self and all the things that you believe in. Which, you know, that's what art should do, really.
That's what art should do, man. Like, the fuck? I want my art to trigger people, man. The fuck? Why wouldn't you want your art to trigger anything? Like, I don't want whatever it triggers within you, but just to be triggered. Maybe you get triggered with love. You know what I'm saying? Maybe you trigger with some self-analyzation, man. Like, just something that can be positive. Doesn't always trigger. You don't have to be triggered with negative shit. And if you are triggered with negative shit, it's like, maybe you should take a look at that time in your life and do some reflecting. The fuck? Yeah. Maybe it was yesterday. You know
I wrote this little thing in one of my sketches, which is just all art is pointing the way home. And I deeply believe that that's true. Like, you can take yoga, you can take religion, you can take fucking film. All of these things are expressions pointing you back to yourself, to like the deepest version of yourself. If you're watching a film and it's bringing up these emotions that you haven't fucking looked at, then you need to look at them. You need to fucking get down to that shit and be like, all right, well, what's in here? How can I release this baggage?
Yeah, 100%. All right, man. Look, bro. Let's end this right now, and then because
let's finish this.
only because I'm excited about it, and so like I just want to conclude it because I still want to get into the 10 types of fuckboys that have some relatability. Okay, So I'll say this about the movie and its relatability to some fuck behavior. Like, you know, they have both been fucked over before, either by each other or just by other people. And they have fucked over people before. And, you know, just if you go by what all they were saying, and they have both been fuckboys. They have both been a fuckboy and a fuck girl. However you want to, you know what I'm saying, call it. And I know there's a problem with labels sometimes, but what I want to label more than anything else is the behavior. You know what I'm saying? Like the fucking behavior in which it's like fuck activity. You know what I'm saying? Like on some walk like a duck, talk like a duck type.
I think I can summarize this for you.
Thank you.
If you find yourself in a relationship like this, doing this often, having these arguments in these deep, damaging ways, leave, because life is not a film and you deserve better.
Perfect. I have nothing else to say. I have nothing else to add to that. That's
cool. Okay, next subject.
Easy. All right. Well done, sir. Well done. All right. So, really quickly, let's talk about real quick which fuckboy resonated with you when you heard some of the options. Let me know if you want.
All right. So we've heard the first 5. So give me a quick recap. Give everyone a quick recap into the thing and why we're doing this as well, because I feel like all of these archetypes are really good to spot, but I think it's about the spotting them and about like seeing these behaviors. Anyway, give us a recap, my lad.
I can do my best is what I can do. And are you talking about like the actual types?
I mean well, we've covered 5 or 5 have been covered.
Right. I tell you what. The one that stick out to me the most is one that I really remember, and it was the serial monogamer.
Yeah, that's a thing. That's a fucking thing.
Oh, the serial monogamer and the chameleon. Those two were kind of scary to me when she explained them. The serial monogamer one was one that falls in love quickly, doesn't necessarily like cheat or do not fuck shit like that, but will have other women in the wait or just like ready, and then breaks up with somebody for something like really small because either they have women in the wait or they just lose interest really quickly. And some of that behavior is some fuck shit to happen because it's like, yeah, I related to that one a little bit. Okay. And the other one was a little, okay, not a lot, but I was always in a relationship. I was a cheater. That's what I was doing. I was a cheater. I wouldn't break up with women for small shit. I would try to work it out, but I still was a cheater at the time. Anyways, the other one was a chameleon. Ooh, she scared me with this one because this one is like, she said her stepdad was like this. And that's the one that can conform to any situation. If you need him to be church going, he'll be church going. He ain't even got it. He could be fucking agnostic, atheist, but he'll go to church he'll go to church with you. You know what I'm saying? Just to fool you. If you know what I'm saying, this person can change into anything. And like Mystique on the X-Men, she's like one of the elites. You know what I'm saying? Like she's one of the elites because of her ability. And she doesn't have her superpowers is being able to change into anyone. That is that's scary. You can get into anywhere.
Yeah, it's not the strongest species that survives. It's the one that's most adaptable to change.
Say that one more time.
I said it's not the strongest or the fastest in of the species that survive. It's the one that is most adaptable to change. That's me misquoting Darwin, I think.
Yeah, that's exactly what you're doing. No, it sounds actually really, really close though. I'm talking like 89%, bro.
Yeah, well, I do what I can.
Come on, man.
Yeah, I resonate with that one as well. I feel like, so I yeah, both of those really, the kind of serial monogamist. I'm not someone who like kind of breaks out of things real quickly, but like always in relationships. And then I always kind of find myself in start of relationships when I am just absolutely like broken and putting myself together and trying to work out who the fuck I am as a person. And then I end up in these really intense relationships and I'm just like, oh, I am now also taking on all of these qualities. Like, where did they come from? Oh, it's because I'm in a codependent relationship with my partner and I'm not entirely sure where I end and they begin.
Again.
Yeah, that's it. Again, yeah. Fucking look at me doing this one. Yeah, so that's a really interesting one. I think as well there are definitely those people, if you kind of tone that one down and take it back to fuckboyism, of people who really are just like, oh cool, you're into Beyblade? Sweet. I also love Beyblade. Let us Beyblade together on Friday evening. You fucking heard me. You know what Beyblades are?
No, what's Beyblade?
Oh dude, fuck. Beyblades are like Pokemon, Yu-Gi-Oh kind of genre kind of stuff. Like there were these spinning tops, man.
Oh, wait. I think I know the spinning tops, but I didn't know they were called Beyblades.
Yeah. Let it rip. They were fucking ridiculous, and you could just fire them at people's faces in high school. It was ridiculous.
Those sound like girlfriend razors. Like, good, hand me my Beyblades. Like
woman, bring me my Dragoon.
My Beyblades. Oh, these are my Beyblades. You can't touch these. These are my Beyblades.
Yeah, I highly doubt that would have been something that got people back in the day. But yeah, there's very much people who were just like, oh yeah, like I will.
Like you collect Beanie Babies, girl. So do I. Like what? No, you don't. All right, sorry. Like this is the last thing. This is the last thing I want to touch on because I got to get my boy Ugly on this show. Okay, he is one of my. His name is Ugly, aka Malari. Actually, his name is Malari, aka Ugly. I'm sorry, that backwards. But this has been my best friend for a long time. We used to be in a group together. We used to live together. This is my homie. He and I had a fucking hour or so a long conversation today about him not liking the labels of Fukboi, of not just like labels are dangerous. We went through a whole spiel about it. My responsibility to it, I was like, okay, look, I know that labels are dangerous. You feel me? Like labels can carry people, and like if you you know what I'm saying, you're a criminal at one point, sometimes you think you're a criminal for life. If people think you a hoe or whatever a fucking hoe is, that probably carries you for life. Like all these things, these labels are dangerous. So fuckboy is a dangerous label. I get it. I get why labels are dangerous. I told him that what we're trying to do is just like trying to just let people know that some of this behavior is some fuck shit, because sometimes they don't know. I was one of them. I was a pedestal. I was on a pedestal type of fuckboy, and I had a little mix of serial monogamer fuckboy. Like just the behaviors that come with these quote unquote labels fit me. You know what I'm saying? What the fuck you want me to do? They fit. And once I found out, I wanted to do something different. So I was like, I'm not trying to so much label people and call people like, oh, you're a fuckboy for that. I'm just saying, hey, if you don't want to be called a fuckboy, maybe you should stop doing fuck shit. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
like,
I think what we're kind of doing here is creating a kind of rubric of actions and things like that, and then rubric is like parameters.
I know what a rubric is. Stop.
All right, well, then fucking say it like it's a question then, dick.
I was just saying, you said it was such a rubric. Please.
Do go on. Anyway, like we're trying to create like a way of seeing what's going on and a way of assessing what's going on in both yourself and others, but also to show, oh, you're not just a fuckboy and then you need to go and fucking like take yourself to the woods because you're the worst piece of shit on earth.
Right.
It's more of like, oh, okay, yeah, you're doing this. Other people are doing this. How about we like learn from each other and show how you can develop and continue to develop throughout your life to make yourself and your interactions with others better and more healthy.
Dude, that's that simple, man. It's just that fucking simple. I'm not trying to be like, because he was trying to say like, oh, you're making people feel bad for doing what's natural. I said, no.
No.
Get this guy up. I know. He's like, yo, this is like, you just go fuck up. You just go blah, blah, blah. I said, my bro, if in your journey, you could not fuck people over, you know what I'm saying? Then I would want the information to give out to be like, yo, you can still actually get what you want and not fuck people over and still go through your journey and make mistakes and all this shit. Like these things can still happen. Yeah. That's all I'm saying, bro. That's all I'm saying. So I just want to know what your thought was about the label of fuckboy, because I know, like I said, labels can be dangerous.
The label of fuckboy. So I strongly believe that we should be moving in a de-labeling kind of fashion. Like the like calling people sluts and stuff like that is not really useful. It's derogatory, it's painful, and it can be in a lot of ways. However, I think we're both expressing and reclaiming fuckboy at the same time. We're like, hey, you know what? It's okay being a slut. You can be a fucking slut. Slut up all you fucking want. You want to be a fuckboy? Be a fuckboy. Fuckboy all you fucking want. But like,
just
do
be
it
real. Just keep it 100 with
right way. Yeah, man. Like, you can fucking have all the sex that you can have without dying of fucking dehydration, but do it with love. Do it in a way that isn't hurting anyone. Don't do it from honesty, man. Some integrity. Yeah, exactly. Like, dude, don't, just be real. Be fucking real. There are so many ways in which we hurt those around us and we bring negativity into the world. And if we can remove any of that, that's good. That's good fucking work. It is the Tao, man. You are walking the right path if you can take each step hurting people less.
That's it. That's all. That's it. That's all, man. That's it. That's all. Let's end right there, bro. Let's end right there.
Okay.
Chris, this has been amazing. I love you, bro. It's good to talk to you again.
I love you too, Binkey. It was a good talk to you too.
Sincere. That was a good movie, man. I'm gonna watch it again and find some other stuff in it just for like the art purpose. I fuck with that movie.
All right. Peace out. Talk to you soon.
Hi, bro. Peace.